All right, guys, let's get some MLB plays and props for Sunday, April 14th slate of games. Trey, let's take a look at that leaderboard. Have you start us off?
There's only one thing that can turn my luck around, and that's me growing out a baseball stash. Let's see what happens if I can go on a little run, because I need it. 1-6 over my last 7. I put up a dud of a play today. The under 8.5 total runs in the Royals versus Mets game. The overhit in the top of the 4th inning, never had a chance. 18 total runs scored.
Yeah, I'm currently 0-0 for my game. I think I might have sent the 1-0 for player prop. But I've got the Astros right now on the money line going up against the Rangers. They've had the bases loaded in the bottom of the first and the bottom of the third, and they got 0 runs out of that. But the current score is 2-2. Blanco, he had a really bad first inning. He's settled in now, so hopefully the Astros bullpen can come in the game and, try to get out of this one. It's 2-2 currently. Just need to win by 1. So hopefully they do that for us. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Yep, switched them around for you, but I am 0-1 on the player props. I gave out Ian Happ over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs versus the Mariners. That game has not started yet. I have confidence in that play. And sorry for the curveball here, guys. I threw out Kenta Maeda over 2.5 earned runs allowed versus the Twins. And Maeda, he only allowed 1 run this game. Sorry for that misplay.
Yeah, I'm currently 1-0. Nick Lodolo, double-digit strikeouts in his MLB debut in over a year. So shout out Nick Lodolo, gave up 0 runs to the White Sox, was not in any trouble whatsoever in this game. He almost went 100 pitches as well. So he dominated the White Sox. My player props currently playing Joey Gallo, had 2 at-bats, got underneath 1, or else it would have been gone against the Athletics. But he still got 2 at-bats. I'm still confident he can get us over 1.5 bases there. Trey, let's go to the plays for tomorrow. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to take us over to this Washington Nationals going up against the Oakland Athletics team. And it's going to be a pretty entertaining game to watch. Both teams have surprisingly been pretty average this year. The Nationals, they're 5-8, and the A's, they're 6-8. So both teams are trying to get back to 500 baseball. And I honestly love the Nationals in this game. Give me Washington. I'm going to take them on the money line at plus 102. I love that we're getting plus money here because I love what I've seen from Trevor Williams so far this year. Through 2 starts for Washington, Williams, he's 2-0 with a 2.61 ERA paired with a 167 batting average and a 1.06 whip. So he's done a great job of keeping the base paths clean. Meanwhile, the A's, they're throwing out Alex Wood here, and he has really struggled with his new team so far because through 3 starts, Woods, he is 0-1 with an 8.03 ERA paired with a 353 batting average and a 1.95 whip. He has just been allowing a ton of base runners this year, which is no bueno. And for that reason, I believe that the Nationals should be able to control this game. That and this Oakland team has not been able to score runs so far this year. They've only averaged 2.79 runs per game so far, which is the second lowest in the MLB. We should see the Nationals come in this game and walk out with an easy win. Give me the Nationals on the money line versus the A's.
Yeah, Trey, love the play there. Love when everybody talks about the Nationals in a good way. So great play there. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at the St. Louis Cardinals going up against the Arizona Diamondbacks. We have a couple good things going in the favor of the Diamondbacks here. I'm going to take them minus 1.5 on the run line as the play. Probably going to be at plus money. The St. Louis Cardinals are going to be throwing out Miles McCollum, and he's been a lucky duck over the last 2 games against the Philadelphia Phillies and the Padres. In the first game against the Dodgers, not so lucky, going 4 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 runs, 2 home runs in that game, starting with a 10.38 ERA. He has now had back-to-back games, throwing 6+ innings in both those games, giving up 2 runs in both those games. However, he's given up 13 hits in those games as well, so nobody can force in a run. I'm hoping that the Diamondbacks have better success in this game than the Phillies and the Padres had because he's given up a lot of base hits, and they should be turning those hits into runs. It just has not happened yet. The first game of this series between the Cardinals and the Diamondbacks, it was a pretty good game, high-scoring, 6-9. They do have to play on Saturday afternoon, but I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, especially for the Diamondbacks. They're going to have my guy on the mound, my favorite guy for the Diamondbacks, Zach Gallen, who was perfect basically in the first 2 starts of the season against the Yankees and the Rockies. In those 2 first games, he only gave up 6 total hits in 11 innings. He gave up 1 run as well, striking out 9. In the last game, he got a little bit sloppy at Colorado, and it's always hard to pitch at Colorado, but he gave up 8 hits, giving up 3 runs, but he did strike out 10. I think he can mow down the Cardinals in this game, and I'm going to take the Diamondbacks here to give them a little bit of run support going up against Miles McCollum. Give me the Diamondbacks minus 1.5 as the play. Trey, let's go to the player props. Have you start us off?
Bear, I will say this. It does look like there might have been a pitching change in this game. I'm looking at Sunday, and it has Cardinals throwing out Kyle Gibson and Arizona throwing out Rain Nelson. I will say,
what's the D-backs team total?
Like an hour ago.
What do we got? What do we got for the D-backs team total? Do we have anything?
We do not have anything yet, but the line is at 9, so I assume it's probably going to be at 5 or 4.5 probably.
Give me the over in the game. Give me over 9 runs. Let's see how the game's starting right now. Hasn't started yet. All right, give me the over 9 runs. First game was a high-scoring game. Rain Nelson's not great. Kyle Gibson's not great either. So give me the over. That really sucks. I wanted to bet against Miles McCollum. All right, let's go with the player props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to be taking Luis Arraez here, and I'm going to take him to go over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs going up against the Braves. And I love this over for Arraez in this game. Even though we've seen him take a slight step back this year, through his first 13 games of the season, Arraez, he's batting .250 with 13 hits, 1 RBI, and 10 runs scored. And I believe that we can see him turned around in this game, and that is for a few reasons. The first reason is because of his matchup versus the Braves. Atlanta, they're throwing out Charlie Morton in this game. He's not really been anything special this season. And Arraez in his career has a .364 batting average against Morton. So we should definitely see Arraez come in this game confident. And we've seen Luis pretty much light up right-handed pitching this season, because in his 26 at-bats versus right-handers, Arraez, he's averaging a massive .385 on the season. So we should see him get on base a few times in this game. So give me Luis Arraez to go over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs versus the Braves.
Yeah, guys. My player prop, my batting prop tonight is going to be Christian Walker. I have a lot of notes about Miles McCollum because I thought he was going to be pitching. He was the starting pitcher about an hour ago. I don't know what happened. I'm still going to take Christian Walker here over 1.5 bases going up against the Cardinals. Usually I would take Miles McCollum to go over his total runs, but I didn't do that today. I am going to, though, take a player that was going to face off against Miles McCollum and Christian Walker. Looking at Kyle Gibson, though, his last game against the Marlins, 6 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 2 home runs. Christian Walker, he's a home run kind of guy, and we've already given up 4 home runs for Kyle Gibson this season. Christian Walker playing at home. He likes to play at home more, and he's already hitting .278 batting average this season, collecting at least 1 hit in 6 of the last 7 games. Christian Walker as well in the meat of that lineup, hitting in the 3 spot. He should have a lot of opportunities in this game, and especially a game I think is going to have a lot of runs scored for the home team. So I'm going to take Christian Walker here over 1.5 bases as my batting prop. Trey, let's go to the player props, or let's go to the pitching props. Have you start us off?
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with Cole Ragans here, and I'm going to take him to go under 5.5 strikeouts versus the Mets. This might come out at 6, 6.5, but last time against the Guardians, it came out at 5.5, so that's why I'm going to be taking it. And we should see him struggle to rack up the strikeouts in this game. I gave out his under in his last game versus the Guardians, and he did hit that under for us in that game. And I kind of expect something similar here, and I believe that for a few reasons. The first reason is because of his matchup versus the Mets. New York, they've been pretty decent offensively this season so far this year. They've averaged 2.46 runs per game in the first 5 innings, which is ranked in the top half of the MLB. And also, New York, they just refuse to strike out at the plate. So far this year, they only strike out an average of 7.31 times per game. That's the 4th lowest in the league. And Ragans, yes, he is averaging 7 strikeouts per game, so this might sound like a little bit of a risky bet, but I believe that we're going to see the Mets get after Ragans early in this game and not allow him to accumulate the strikeouts that he's used to. So give me Cole Ragans. I'm going to take him to go under 5.5 strikeouts versus the Mets.
Yeah, Trey, I like it there. My pitching prop is going to be Kyle Freeland of the Rockies to go over 2.5 earned runs going up against the Blue Jays. Kyle Freeland, he was on pace to go down to AAA, maybe even AA after his first 2 performances against the D-backs and the Cubs. In those 2 games, 6 total innings, 19 hits, 17 runs. He was getting dominated by teams. And then he went up against the Diamondbacks in his last game again, and he was able to go 5 innings, but he still wasn't very good, giving up 6 hits, 4 runs, walking a couple batters. He's got a 16.03 ERA now. The Blue Jays haven't been great hitting the ball this season, but they are in store for a breakout series. I think it could be this one going up against the Rockies. In the first game of the series, the Blue Jays already dumped a bunch of runs on them, scoring 12, and they desperately needed to see that. And I think that's going to boost their confidence going into this game. The Blue Jays hit left-handed pitching pretty well also, batting .272 last season. And with the way Kyle Freeland has been pitching already this season, he should get up several runs again in this one. This place actually might even come out at over 3.5 runs because on the road, Kyle Freeland's given up all 17 runs in the 2 games. And the 1 game that he did pitch better, it was at home. So give me Kyle Freeland here over his total runs allowed as the play. Trey, let's go to the graphic. Have you start us off.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to go with the Nationals on the money line going up against the Athletics. I feel like they're the better team. So I feel like Trevor Williams is going to dominate in this game. Also going with Luis Arraez over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs going up against the Braves. Arraez, he loves playing against Charlie Morton, so I feel like we should see him enjoy himself a day here. And my pitching prop, it's Cole Ragans under 5.5 strikeouts versus the Mets. We've seen Ragans kind of struggle against teams that have good plate discipline, so I feel like that's going to continue here.
Yeah, and I'm going to go with the D-backs. No, I'm not going to go with that D-backs. I'm going to go with the over 9-run score between Nelson and Gibson, Cardinals and D-backs. Sorry about that, Miles McCollum. A late scratch, I guess, in that game. They give me Christian Walker over 1.5 bases going up against the Cardinals. Again, he's hitting really well. He's had a hit in 6 of the last 7 games. Kyle Gibson's coming off a beatdown. So I think Christian Walker's a good play there over his bases. Then give me Kyle Freeland. I didn't want to put over 2.5 because it actually might be 3.5 going up against the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays scored 12 in the first game. And looking at it right now, that game's over, and the Blue Jays put up 5. So the Blue Jays are feeling themselves with their bats right now. They started the season off really bad, but I think they're going to dominate Kyle Freeland. So give me his over total runs as the play there. Guys, that's going to do it for the MLB Picks and Props for Sunday, April 14th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Super Bowl. We also have 12,000 subs coming right around the bend. We're at 10,200. We're going to give away 2 tickets to anybody to any game they want. NBA, NFL, college basketball. It doesn't matter. We can wait until the new season for NFL. Any game you want to go, whenever we get to 12K, we're going to have that giveaway coming up as well. Leaderboard. We had multiple questions this morning about how to become a member for the YouTube channel. Let's do that really quick tutorial. You're going to go to youtube.com. You're going to go to Bears Profit Plays. You're going to search it in. You're going to hit our thing. There's a join button right just to the right of subscribe. You're going to click that. There's 2 options. You have the Bear Pack for $4.99. That gives you access to YouTube member plays. And then you have the Bear Pack Gold for $7.99 a month. That gives you access to our member plays on YouTube, and it gives you a 1-month membership to our website, bearsprofitplays.com. So if you get the Bear Pack Gold, you save yourself $2 a month, a little bit cheaper if you want to do that. But that is the tutorial for anybody that needed it. We had multiple questions today through email about how to do it, and it wasn't working. But if you want to know, there it is right there. Trey,